Good morning. This is the module 2 of the course on harnessing the geospatial knowledge system to enable implementation of IFC-FTA for building forward better. This module is about the overarching strategic framework is the first part of this framework. First of all, this IGF has been a process implemented within the United Nations Global Geospatial Information Management. The group of experts from all the member states of the United Nations, and the group has also continental regional chapter, and we have UNGGM Africa, for example, in which the African member states can discuss all aspects relating to the geospatial data. The IGF contain various elements. The first one is the one which we are dealing with in this module, overarching strategic framework. There is a guide of implementation, is the part 2. And there is an assessment and analysis that has to be done at the level of the country. The country level is really how to implement all these guidelines to design geospatial strategies and to implement national geospatial data infrastructure. The first element of this framework is the vision, is how to use geospatial information effectively to measure, monitor, and achieve sustainable development goals. This is a really important element, that the link is established at the beginning with the sustainable development goal. And we know that there is a link between this agenda, sustainable development goals, and our African agenda, Africa we want. This means that if we achieve sustainable development goal, we are achieving also this African vision. It is also a mission to promote and support innovation and provide the leadership, coordination, and standard necessary for the use of geospatial data and for achieving the vision. We have strategic driver for that. We have underpinning principles and goals. And to achieve all this, we have strategic pathways, 9, that will be the reference in the guide and also at the country level. The 9 strategic pathways are placed according to their governance of the data, the governance of the systems, the technology that has been used, that we are using, and the people involved on this process. The first strategic pathway dealing with the institution, the governance and the institutions, collecting data as user of data, the policy and the legal framework. We need a legal framework to do what we want to achieve these SDGs. The third pathway is financial component, the necessary resources for the implementation, monitoring. The third is the data team you are using, how this data is collected, stored, taking into consideration the security of data, the protection of the personal data, the licensing, the open data necessity. The fifth, the innovation, strategic pathway. Technology is evolving, changing. How our business system, private sector, public sector, civil society, training institution, the research development can help with this innovation. How to use the national standard, how to contribute to the effort and the standards, implement them at national level. Which partnership has to be put in place to collect, to share resources, collecting data, but capacity and education, new courses we need to respond to emerging needs, and what kind of communication and engagement strategies we put it in place to sensibilize, to communicate with the partner on all these aspects. This strategic pathway are linked to the national spatial data infrastructure and to the data set that has been depicted at the left of this graphic. The geodetic network, the elevation, the water, the land, the transport, cadastre, etc. And it is important to see the link between this framework and other thematic frameworks. The one on disaster, we need information, we need geospatial information. On disaster, when disaster happened, the plan, the rescue, for example. We need geospatial information for the statistic data when we are making census. The first thing is to have appropriate geospatial base to work with, to collect data, appropriate data in census, in surveys, etc. And also another important element is dealing with effective land administration. And we will have some case study on this. And here I'm just presenting the document pertaining to the framework that I have cited, statistics, the land, and the disaster. And we will have case study mainly for this part from East Europe, the Balkan region has been engaged in a very important process within the INSPIRE. INSPIRE is the infrastructure, data infrastructure, spatial data infrastructure for Europe. And we will see how some countries from this region has benefited from at national level and also at the sub-region to implement the IGF and also to build national spatial data infrastructure. This is really the global presentation on this overarching strategy document, IGF, which will constitute the module 2 of the course, with very important part of the case study during the week of this module. With this constitute the end of the module, and thank you very much.